So in this video, I'm going to show you how to graph or visualize a 95% confidence interval. And so what you'll see here is I already have SPSS open. I already have our data loaded in. And the data in this case is district level data. So each line in our data set represents a different school district. And it's for the two states of New Jersey and New York. And so what we're going to do is visualize a 95% confidence interval for this variable right here, enrollment. And so to do that, what I'm going to do is just go over here to the Graphs tab, then go down to Legacy Dialogues, and then over and down to Error Bar. And because in this case, what we want to do is we want to show the 95% confidence interval for this variable of district enrollment for the whole sample. What we need to do is leave this option up here, the default, where it says simple, but then data in chart R. The default here is summaries for groups of cases. What we want is to change it so this says summaries of separate variables. So what that means is that we will get a plot that shows a 95% confidence interval for one or more variables for the whole sample, for our whole data set. So then once we've selected that, I'm going to click Define. And then that brings up this box right here. And so what we can do is, since we want to do enrollment, what we can do is we can double click it, we can drag and drop it, or we can highlight it and then click this arrow right here to bring it over. And then what we are going to do is just leave these two options the same. So confidence interval for mean and level 95%, because those are the options that we want for a 95% confidence interval around the mean. And then all we have to do is click OK. And then back here in the output, what we'll see is we'll get a graph right here that shows the mean right here, which is represented by this dot, and then the 95% confidence interval, where the lower bound is down here, and the upper bound of that confidence interval is right here. And then you can interpret that over here along the scale on the y-axis. And the variable that you're using is labeled right here for enrollment. So that's all you need to do to graph or visualize a 95% confidence interval.